I just created one of the best converting home pages I have ever seen in under 20 minutes. And here is the crazy part. I didn't write a single word of text, design a single graphic, or touch one line of code. I let AI do it all for me because what used to take me weeks as a professional web developer or designer now takes, well, under an hour. So in this video, I am giving you my exact process that lets you skip the $10,000 web designer and the months of back and forth revisions. You will see which AI tools I use to make it happen. And I'll even give you my foolproof prompt that I use to get AI to write me an insanely effective homepage in just one click. Now, this video isn't about just one magic tool that you tell it a couple of lines about your business and bam, you have got this amazingly high converting website. There are tools that will make you an AI website from a single prompt, but this is what you're going to get from that. It's technically a website, sure, but not a good one. So rather than spending 30 seconds to get a website that won't actually do anything for your business, let's be smarter here and spend about 20 minutes using AI every step of the way to help you get you the kind of site that actually going to make your money. Sounds good? So for this process, we are going to use two key AI tools that work together to create that complete professional homepage quickly. First, we are going to use the latest version of ChatGPT to do something really powerful. It's actually going to research the best homepage conversion practices for your specific industry, identify your ideal client's biggest problems and dream outcomes, and it's going to take all that and write your entire homepage using one single prompt that I have developed that works flawlessly every time. And second, we are going to use a drag and drop website builder from Mini-ecom. Okay, so let's get into it. First of all, we will go to miniecom.com. So it's miniecom.com. After that, we will register for an account, which is straightforward and quick. You just provide your email address, they send you an OTP, and then you just log in. Once you're logged in, you click on the profile icon on the right top here, and then you click on dashboard link. Once you click on the dashboard link, you click on create new website here. You provide your website name, for example, in my case, I'll say, and then I'll just click on create website. This will create a website home for my new online identity. So let's say if I want to create a landing page. So I've created a couple of them for my podcast, for example, Relationship Lab, where I talk about modern relationship challenges, and Founders Podcast. It's been quite long with Founders Podcast. We have already recorded 14 seasons. So let's get into the Relationship Labs podcast website here. As you can see, once I click on Manage button, I can see all these options here. For example, I can actually create blog posts. These Mini-ecom people also provide you with 100 low difficulty for SEO and volume keywords, which is very helpful when it comes to creating content. So once you have created your website and upgraded your account, contact them through their chat and they will add 100 keywords for you, which you can use to create content. But the good part is this pages section where you actually can create your website with the drag and drop options. So just to give you an idea how the design looks like, currently my homepage looks like this, which I have designed literally by dragging and dropping components on from the left. And then if I click on the back button, well, let me actually also show you how it looks like on my front end. So this is, as you can see, Relationship Lab podcast.com. It's a domain which I've connected with my website, and this is all the content which I have created for my landing page. So I'm going to show you how to create one of the page like this, and also how to update it and create it more. So going back to my pages section here, I have created 4 pages: book a call, blog, home, and about us. And home page is something which is mandatory. You have to create it, because without home page, you won't be able to show your website, because that's the first page which loads when somebody goes to your website domain. Okay, and then at the end, I will also show you how you can connect your domain with your website here. Okay, great. So let's create another page. So on our Relationship Lab podcast website, we can see that it has a landing page, which is fairly decent. And then we have a blog page here where we are loading all the blog posts we have created. And then we have a book and intro call page, right? So this is our 3 pages. But what about if we want to create why we have created this podcast? Let's go back. Let's say we name our page why, and this slug is automatically created. Then click on create page. Once the page is created, you can see the status has been changed to draft, and then there are 3 buttons: delete, edit, and design. Let's click on the design button. As we click on the design button, we can see that the default design is just this. But just to show you around, I'll just delete everything, and this is like the blank canvas, right? There's nothing here, because my Relationship Lab podcast website here is centrally oriented. I'm going to create an why page here. So each page has the navigation and the footer common. Everything else in the middle you can change. So for the why page, what I want to do is I want to have a container. So I'll put a container here, and I'll make it's extra large, and then I'll have a heading text here, and then I'll say why we started relationship. Okay, now you can align it center, you can align it right, but whichever way you want to align. You can change the color of the text here, and then you can also change the H1F2, which is the level of the podcast heading or the page heading. I'm going to keep it to H1, and then I will add image here. So in order to add an image, I'll pull an image thing here, and then as you can see, there's a default image here, but I can always go click on Unsplash, and then I say search podcast, and then it searches some pictures which I can select from here, which is pretty cool, because then you don't have to create one or edit one. But don't worry, if you already have an image, you can click on upload and then upload an image also, so that's not a problem. So let me first choose, maybe I search for community and see if I can find something, or relationship. Let's see, there you go. I think I'm gonna use this one. This looks cool, and I will say width, full width. So I'll have full width, and then I can also reduce the height. So I'm gonna say 1/4 or half. Half looks good. And then object cover and border radius, let's say small. Let's add it large. So this is how it looks. I'll save it, and then I click on view page. This view page utility gives us a view of how our page looks like. It's not published yet, but it gives us the view. So this is how it looks like. I'm gonna reduce this to H2. Maybe that will look better, and see how it looks. Okay, this is not bad, but I'm gonna keep it to P1 because I like it. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to create some content. So I'm gonna put the container here, and then I'm going to put some text content here, and see if I can add it into here, and then copy paste it multiple times, right? And then I'm going to go to ChatGPT and then create content for my page and why we started a relationship. The essence is to talk about modern day relationship challenges. And then ChatGPT will draft me some content. I'm going to copy it from here, and then I'm going to go into the text section here, and then I'm going to paste it. Let's say if I could manage to get it a better way. And then I just copy paste all of it there. And that's pretty much it. And then I'll delete the things which I don't require. So this is just the content of it. And if I make it extra large, it will, balance it itself. And then I can also say no borders or borders for the container. Delete it once I undo it. This is the text. So let's save it and then see how it looks like. It looks pretty all right, not bad. So it's there. Great. Now let's have a look what else we can do. We can actually add some really cool, amazing parts here. For example, let's say if I have some features which I want to talk about. I say, I go to ChatGPT and say, come up with 3 benefits, and then it will draft. So let's say practical guidance. I'm gonna put that here, in lightning fast thing. There you go. And then I will copy this part here. There you go. And then on the heading, we will say 3 benefits you highlight for listeners with relationship. Also give me headline and subheading for this section. So there you go. Why tune into Relationship Lab podcast? This is amazing. And then discover practical insights. There you go. We have it. And then in the secure and reliability section, we can say a safe and honest place to talk about relationship issues and feature description. And then the last one which we have is easy to use, where we say fresh perspective of voices, things. And as you can see how easy it is for me to add all these things and then save it and then just refresh it and then see how my page is created, right? Then I want to add a FAQ section. Let's say in the end, I have added a FAQ section here, titled it FAQ, and then I can create FAQ. So let's say draft 10 FAQ for this podcast. And then obviously we'll have these FAQs available. And so I can go here and then I click on the FAQ and then I'll just copy paste it here. And this is how easy it is to add things into the drag and drop provider of this platform. And if I go like this, let's see, just to give you an idea how easy it is. I just added an FAQ section, feature section, and it's all here, right? Amazing, isn't it? So you can add as many as FAQs here. Now let's have a look if you can add blog posts. So I'm gonna just drag and drop blog post here, and you can see that blog posts are arrived here, which you can add very quickly from the content section of the platform. But here you go, the page is created and it's ready to go. So now how I am going to publish this page on my website. So first thing is you have to click publish. That's how it gets published for the outer world. And then you have to go to the customization section here and then navbar section here. And then in the navbar section, you just click on, as you can see that we have these 3 links here. I can click add one more, and then instead of a manual link, I say why, and then it is shown. But what I want to do is I don't want the book intro call at the end, so I'm gonna delete it and then add another one and say book and intro call. That way it's at the end, and then I just save it. So now when I go to the Relationship Labs podcast website, I see that not just the page is here, but also the link is available here and the page is live within a click. And all the content which we have created here is all SEO optimized. So everything which is created, not just the homepage, but all the other pages are crawled by Google very well. Okay, great. So as I promised you, I'm going to show you how you can add your custom domain with your website on Mini-ecom. So for that, you need to go to the settings section here, click on domain here, and then just copy paste your domain name which you want to add and then click on add. Once you click on add, they will provide you the CNAME records which you have to update on your domain registrar. It may be GoDaddy, it may be cheap domain or LCM, whatever you're using. And then once you're updated that, just click on verify, and then you will have this green domain successfully configured here. They also provide the SSL certificate, and non-www domains are always redirected to www. So that's pretty much it. This way, with few clicks, you have your website ready. In the next video, we will learn about how to create blog post and then connect it with our website. Till then, be in peace and follow for more. Cheers.